Now hang on. Aha! I am alive and well. Hello. Hello, Hollow. Hello, livers. Hello, VOD watchers. I hope everybody's having a good week. Apologies, I had to skip Tuesday's stream. Here's the thing. Howdy, Press. Hello, hello. I get sick. I get really sick. Once a year. It's almost always in the spring. Because, spring is wonderful and lovely. And this time was not that bad. I don't know if this was the sickness or if I should get more. All this was a migraine on Tuesday. 24-hour bug. Done and dusted. Good to go. Last year, different story. Last year, didn't eat for 4 days. I don't know what it is about spring, man. My body hates spring. It just doesn't do good. Hope you're feeling better. I am feeling much better now. Thank you. I was feeling better the day after. I don't know what it was. It was really odd. But if that is my yearly sickness, I will take that 10 times out of 10. Because last year's was like the most ill I've ever been. But I'm good. I'm good now. Hello. Hello, gamers. Is your head better, Press? Yes, much better. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. Much better, much better. All right, well, I have questions for both of you guys. Hollow, have you got Tomodachi Life yet? I started the demo yesterday so that I could prep my island for today. And Hollow, did you get placed in? Did you get your rank in Valorant yet? I'm up. Here, look, Coffee Burst is here up to gold 3 now. He's on the come up again. There was, back in my day, I was plat 3, diamond rank up game. I lost the diamond rank up game and I never sniffed it again. But alas, we're on the come up again. I've been playing all day. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's so awesome. That's so awesome. It's so good. Right now, I'm going to make probably, I think, Phoenix tonight. I have myself, I have Hatsune Miku, and I have Aqua from Konosuba. Those are the 3 people on my island because I only had the demo, so I could only make 3. But I want to make a bunch of people. I think I'm gonna make Phoenix tonight. That was my goal. I'm excited. It's such a fun game, man. I just booted Val right now. Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. Haven't made any Ace Attorney me's yet, but I'll probably add Larry first. Ooh, he's a good. Ooh, you know what? Maybe I do Gumshoe. Maybe I make Gumshoe then. I mean, I can make more than one. Larry's your favorite next to mine. I hope we get more Larry in this game. There wasn't a lot of Larry in the last game. I did miss him. No one gets Larry like I do. I like Larry. I like Larry. My game's not open. Please hold. Guys, it's so sad. My mom's dog. I don't know if I told you guys this already. She tore her ACL. I didn't even know dogs had an ACL. Or they have something that's like, it's like an ACL in dogs, but it breaks differently. It tears differently. Whereas in humans, it tears off rip. I think in a dog, it gradually wears down over time. But it's so sad. She doesn't understand it. She keeps bringing the ball to play, and the vet is like, she can't play for at least 6 months. And like, she doesn't understand, but she's like, hey guys, it's ball time. 4 o'clock. That's usually when we start playing ball. It's so sad. It's so sad. We had to take away the balls. It's so sad. You never know who the him in this stream's title could be. Yeah, so, well, I hope we meet him tonight. I think we will, from everything that I understand. And by what I understand, I mean what I saw on the title card. I got to imagine we meet him tonight. I got to imagine, unless the investigation takes like way longer, which I don't think it will. It seems like we're nearing at least enough to do day 1. Prosecutor Larry? Wait, what? I'd be so down if Larry went to law school. I'd be so down. How's the volume? The volume should be good. Matchmaking was so nice, they decided to put me against a level 100 Jet and level 200 Reyna, who peaked Radiant on unrated with the... Huh? Oh, unrated. Oh. You know, unrated matchmaking's all over the place. Volume's good tonight. Cool, cool. I think I got it down to a science. At least for this game, I do. Honestly, that's one of the reasons I play more comp in Valorant, is because genuinely, I just kind of like... I just kind of like the matchmaking a little bit better. I feel like it's usually better than unrated's matchmaking. Okay. The story thus far. Adrian Andrews is back. That's pretty cool. Mask Damask has stolen the urn from Maya and Pearl Fay that was on the exhibit. Then we have Luke Atme, who conveniently enough got absolutely clobbered by Mask Damask and did not see him get away. We have Ron Delight, who is saying he's Mask Damask. He's gonna be our client. Whether he is Mask Damask is yet to be determined. His wife doesn't think so. His wife is Desiree Delight. I kind of got a little crush on Desiree Delight. And that's all the people that we've met so far. I would be a lot more quick to say, oh, well, it can't be Ron. Mask Damask can't be Ron because he's our client, and the client's never the bad guy. But after the last game, I don't know what to think anymore. I feel like his wife is Mask Damask. Wouldn't that be a plot twist? That would be crazy. That would be crazy. So, we did talk to Luke Atme, and he said that we should be able to find something in a green envelope that is at Mask Damask's hideout. Which we did see, however, at the time, we could not pick it up. Now, we can... Oh, I don't want to present anything, I want to examine. Hey, Nick, remember what Detective Atme said? Exactly that. Mr. Delight had a very good reason to dress up and commit those crimes. There should be a green envelope somewhere in his room. You'll need to go and investigate. A green envelope, huh? Looks like this is it. Let's see our evidence, too. Just so I don't remember, or don't forget. The urn. We have Ami Faye's golden statue. Mask Damask's calling card, which he always leaves not at the scene of the crime after the crime is committed, but before. We have the Shichishito, which is, I believe, the sword that Ami Faye's statue was holding, and Damask knocked Atme out during the crime with a blow to the back of the head. If I was Luke Atme, I would be praying that Ron Delight is not Mask Damask. Otherwise, he just got absolutely stunned on by a 23-year-old. Listen, 34, you're pretty prime, man. You should be in pretty good condition. I mean, I get that he was caught off guard, so maybe I'll give him that. Camera data and the security camera photo of Mask Damask leaving the scene. To be honest with you, this guy exudes a completely different aura than Ron. Just from this photo alone. But we'll see. We'll see. Interestingly enough here, Ami Faye's statue is not here. I know that it did move. Still no murder, so we might be good from a murder case. I know. I'm interested if this is going to be, if there's going to be a murder somewhere, or if this is just a theft crime, which I'm kind of down for. It's interesting. It's different, you know? Okay, let's have a look. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring $50,000. $50,000? This is a blackmail letter, and Ron has it? It sure looks like a major clue, all right. Blackmail letter added to the court record, written with a fountain pen. I wonder if that'll be useful later. Found in Ron's room. Ding dong. Well, wait a second. Desiree's here. Who's coming over? Someone's at the door. I'll be right back. Won't take but a second, I promise. Oh, thanks for coming. That's so nice of you. When I see a damsel in distress, I just can't help myself. Please, come on in. Who is this guy? Really? Okay, I guess I'll make myself at home, pretty lady. Wait a minute. I know that voice. Oh, Nicky boy, I'm so sorry, but I've got another guest. You're... Let's go! Speak of the devil! Get out of here! Well, when I said I hope Larry's in this game, I genuinely did not know that he was going to appear. That is not who I meant by him. That's crazy. I'm so hype. When's the last time we saw Larry genuinely? Is it the baby case of the second game? He hasn't been involved in a very long time. Oh, this is exciting. Nick, it's you. And Maya, what a fluke. Larry, long time no see indeed. You were killing me by asking. I was waiting to say, wait, this is crazy. I love this. I love this. How does he know Desiree? And does he know Ron? What? You know each other? Nicky boy. Nick, do you and this girl have, something going on? Something? If you mean what I think. I underestimated you, Nick. No, Mr. Butts. Let's cool it. There's a big misunderstanding here. I don't think he's been here since the finale of Game 1. Wait, really? Wait, is he wearing a police uniform? What's that badge on his left arm? That's so hype. Was he not in the second game at all? That's insane. A gorgeous lady like this, and married too? Way to go, dude. I knew it. Just when things can't get any worse, it's time to cue in the butts. Why don't you ask him? Oh, I got so many questions for him. Larry Butts. Ever since grade school, he's been not exactly a close friend, but yeah, we know each other. Hey, man, that wasn't nice. I was your very first client. We've got quite the storied history, he and I, and what we used to say still rings true. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Boom, 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 boom. That's so funny. That's so funny. Sorry, give me 1 sec. Da 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 da. Dun, 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 dun. Dude, that's so funny. I love this. I love this. Okay. Come on now. You're embarrassing me. And in front of this pretty little thing here. So you two are old childhood friends, I see. That's sweet. You two go ahead and catch up on old times. I'm gonna go check on my bike. Larry, oh Larry. Nice girl, that Desi. Desi? How good of terms are you on with her? So how you been, Nick? Too busy if you really want to know. Larry Butts, what have you been up to this whole time? It's been 2 years since I heard. 2 years? You're right, he wasn't in the second game then. Is he replacing Gummy, or was he gonna be Gummy's replacement when they fired him? Maybe. I hope that they're not rivals. 2 years we haven't seen Larry. And what's with those clothes? You look, well, weird. Hey man, that's uncalled for. This is my uniform from my part-time job. But I can't believe it's been 2 years. They say time flies when you're having fun. Larry? Larry, are we having fun? What's wrong? Nick, I gotta tell you, women, I don't trust them anymore. Talk to me, buddy. Let it out. Who hurt you? You got dumped again, huh? Well, you know, Bennifer, I followed her all the way to Japan 2 years ago. That's where I met the famous Caddy Tom and my whole life changed. Bennifer, Caddy Tom, these sound like fake names. I never heard of either of them. Anyway, dude, Caddy Tom chose Hollywood over me. Can you believe it? Larry is always going after the high rollers, it seems, right? Wasn't the girl from the first baby case an actress too, or a model or something? He's having a loser era, all right. Well, don't worry, we're gonna pull him out of it. Well, actually, anyway, sounds like you had quite the adventure. Women. They're so... Oh, but you're different, Maya. You're not like the rest of them. Looks like he's still the same old Larry. Some things never change. These sound like fake names. Look at me. Is over there. Okay, fair. Fair, I guess a lot of people have fake names in this game. So what are you doing here anyway? Huh? What do you mean by that? I'm just a natural-born nice guy, that's all. Well, actually, I picked this up last night while I was working. A wallet? You say you found this last night? Yeah, it had a driver's license in it, so I figured I'd just return it myself. Ron's wallet added to the court record. Okay, so not Desiree's. And by the way he called her Desi, it seems like he already has some kind of relationship with her, maybe. Sydney Stode, model, okay. Found by Larry at his part-time security jobs company building on the night of the crime. Interesting. Larry's a security guard, huh? I could see it. He's gonna have to put on a little bit scarier face than that, though. Hang on. Let me see that for a minute. I knew it. Desi's picture is in here. Yeah, I guess he really digs his wife, huh? Hey, Nick, it's not what you're thinking at all. No, I'm pretty sure it is. You haven't changed a bit. No way, man. I mean, she's a married woman. That's just bad news. He really is here just to check out Ms. Delight. Larry. You said you found it at your job, right? Yeah, I'm working for a private security company as a guard. Private security? Chicks just love a guy in uniform, you know? Yep, sure. A security guard, huh? So that's what that uniform is all about. Did you guys ever see iCarly? And Spencer wears the tuxedo everywhere because he says that the girl only likes him when he's wearing the tuxedo. I feel like this is probably what Larry's going through. I feel like Larry's going to the gym in this. He's going to the grocery store in this. He probably never takes this off. So what time was it when you found this last night? Huh? Why are you asking me that? Trying to see if I've got an alibi? You're not the one on the hook for a crime this time, buddy, and let's try and keep it that way, please. I guess it was around 1 in the morning on the first floor of our company building. What was Mr. Delight's wallet doing there? Interesting. Well, if it was 1 a.m. at the company building, depending on the company, he may not have been able to perform the crime. I just queued into Pearl. Pearl's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not great. Anyway, there's nothing weird about that. After all, he works there. Oh, that's how he knows him. He works there. You mean Mr. Delight? Sure. Here, take a look at this. It's right there in his wallet. What's this card? It's a key card for the security company. See? It's got a serial number on it right there. There's no mistake about it. Why is he, whenever he winks, he looks so nervous? Relax, Larry. It's just me, man. You said you're working part-time at a security company, right? That's right. Why are you making that scary face? Security company, huh? Something's not quite secure about Larry working there. I need to find out as much as I can about this key card. Found inside Ron's wallet, apparently used for the building of his part-time job. Larry's the only thing that's going to keep me sane this match. If Larry is what you're holding on to for sanity, I got bad news for you, buddy. You're treading down a tough path this game. Nick's pretty scary. He is pretty intimidating. We don't see him enough. I don't think Nick ever forgave Larry over the lunch money. Okay, but like, to be fair, that was crazy. To be fair, I kind of maybe see where he's coming from just a little bit, although it was so long ago. Let's see, what can I present to this guy? Larry, you're a security guard. What do you think about security photos, huh? Does anything come to mind? Listen, I'm a security guard. I'm not here to sell you juicy bits of info and chew the fat, man. Funny, you had no qualms about selling samurai dogs 2 years ago. What would Larry be able to see? Let's show a Mask Damask's calling card. Okay, he does not want to talk. Be serious, Nick. Couldn't care less about mystic mumbo jumbo stuff. Oh, Larry, don't say that in front of Maya. Of course, Maya's a different story. She's a different story for the mystic mumbo jumbo. She's a different story for women. She's one of the dudes. Talk about your mixed messages. Let's see, what would Larry be interested in? Found inside Ron's wallet. You know what? I wonder if we should ask him about Ron. What about this person? Beats me. And all of a sudden, he's got nothing to say. But I know he loves to talk about women. That Desi's one awesome lady, all right. It's been a long time since I felt this way. I think I'm really in love this time. No, Larry. No, Larry, I'm gonna have to stop you there. We can't be having that. She's a happily married lady. We're gonna find you someone nice. We're gonna find you someone nice that's not married. And maybe just like, just maybe just like, you know, within your social bracket. A long time, huh? Yeah, well, except for what I feel for you, Maya. I don't think even he knows what he's saying. Maya just talks and he's like, yeah, you too. Well, what else? We should set Larry up with Adrian Andrews. Oh, they would be perfect for each other. They would be all right for each other. They could be like somewhat compatible, maybe. Maybe not. Let's see. I doubt Larry. Oh, he does have something to say about this. What? If you've got something to say, then say it already. I think they're batting for the same team. I think you might be right. Well, then they could be friends. They could be friends. I think they're batting for the same team is really funny. A blackmail letter? Do you know anything about this? What? I don't know anything about Alexis, and that's the truth. Huh. What? I can't believe you do this to me. I thought you were my friend. $50,000. I don't have that kind of money. No, Larry, you don't understand. Did he think I was giving him the blackmail? Oh, Larry. You don't understand. This blackmail letter was sent to Ron Delight. Whew. Man, you scared me. I almost had a heart attack, you idiot. Wait a minute, me. I'm the idiot. Man, I was totally confused because it says KB Security right on the envelope. Yeah, so what? That's where I've got a part-time job, at KB Security. Is that so? Sounds like I should really find out some more about this KB Security company. Tell me, Larry. Talk to me. He's having a rough go. He's going through a little bit of a rough patch. Don't we all? Don't we all? KB Security, the company in the blackmail letter. You know about it. That's where I work, yeah. In fact, I'm on the job right now. Huh. So, what are you doing here, then? Well, the boss is away right now, and you know what mice do when the cat's away. Yes. Huh. Anyway, how far away is this company? Let me see. About 30 minutes by car, I guess. Well, if you fly down the road, anyway. So it's surprisingly far. Well, this apartment building's pretty close to Lordly Taylor, right? Oh, how about that? I got it perfect. And it would take roughly an hour to go from here to KB Security and back. If Ron Delight was at KB Security when the robbery occurred, then... Whoa! And he couldn't have stolen the sacred urn. Well, there we go. That's a pretty dang good alibi. Maggie and Larry is a disastrous duo I would consider. I could also consider Maggie and Larry. But then who's for our boy Gumshoe? Doesn't Gumshoe have a crush on Maggie? Gumshoe's been through a lot too. Never the suspect of a crime, but man, are people mean to the poor guy. Can we go to KB security? I don't know. I wonder if I go to Wright & Co. if it lets me go to KB security. No, it doesn't look like it. Hi, Adrian Andrews. Nope, can't get there. Okay, back to Delight's place. I also think Gumshoe and Larry is a great duo. Okay. Well, they have similar career paths, at least in this point. Huh. Alright then, Larry. What are we gonna do with you? What are you doing here? This is one of the treasures from Crainville. Oh, this is the Mumbo Jumbo dialogue. Well, let's see. This at least got us something. It got us to where we could check out the key card. Oh, we should go talk to Ron. And he's not there. Dang it. Okay. Well, what else? Is there anything to examine that we haven't hit yet? We got the green envelope. Oh, Mask to Mask wanted to know about the green envelope. Maybe we go to him. So Ron received a blackmail letter, huh? Do you think Ms. Delight knows about this? Well, if she did, I don't think she would have been smiling like that. I wonder if we should tell her about it. I think it'd be smarter if we didn't. Okay. Let's see. Alright, then let's go back to Atme. Alright, I got it for you, man. But I'm only showing you this. I'm sorry I can't be more helpful. But I have no interest save that of finding evidence against my arch rival. Nah, it's okay. Nick is just a bit of a piddling evidence hog. That's his defense style. If by defense style you mean that's the right way to be an attorney, Maya, then sure. A piddling evidence hog, you say? In that case, I'd simply be wasting my breath. I guess you're right. Whose side are you on? Thanks, Maya. Why couldn't you have said I was a rival, you know, and not a piddling evidence hog? No, this guy doesn't. This guy's probably not gonna have anything to say to us. In which case, I wonder where I'm supposed to go. Larry. I don't suppose I can slide here, can I? I feel rude leaving while Desi, was that her name? Desiree, makes us coffee. I feel like that would be rather rude. But she sure is taking her time. Let's see. What else would you be interested in, Larry? Oh, okay, so all of those trigger that. Camera data. Security guard might know a little something about camera data. Not him, though. Then maybe it's more people. I wonder if Larry knows about the Mask to Mask. I thought she went to work on her bike. You're right, she did. I don't know why I thought she said coffee. You're right. Maybe it's because I'm drinking a coffee. I just thought of something. What if it's actually a hot chick under that costume? Forget about it. It's a guy. Trust me. Man, you're killing my buzz, dude. Boy, talk about someone who has a one-track mind. Oh, Larry. Larry, if you're a security guard, have you ever worked with this dude? No. No, he hasn't. My friend picked up Ron Delight's wallet while working on the night of the crime. Well, how on earth am I supposed to get to the security place? I'm gonna hop around and see if I can get there. Main exhibition hall. I don't think I can. Hi, Aaron Andrews. Adrian Andrews. Aaron Andrews is a sports announcer. Dun, 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 dun. You look like there could be more to present to you. I could ask her about this key card. That seems a little bit up her alley. It's all my fault. No, Adrian, I'm not being mean to you. I'm just asking a question. But what's done is done. I'll make up by making a new urn for you. Don't. It's not the point, Adrian. I'm just wasting my time. She's too far gone. Okay. Maybe in here? No. Where haven't we been yet in a while? We've hit pretty much everywhere. So I am missing something that I'm supposed to be showing people. Found in the KB security building at around 1 a.m. the night of the crime. You know, I have a question. Is Pearl with us right now? No, Pearl's doing her own thing. That's right. Pearl's doing her own thing because she got mad at us and then she apologized, but she's doing her own thing. Because I was like, Larry didn't even mention Pearl. No, that makes sense. Okay. All right, Larry. Quit playing hardball. What am I missing here? Whoa! Who is this? Come on, man. Don't hold out on me. I knew Larry would take Adrian Andrews. Forget about it. It's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Hey, now. I thought we were pals. I got a major thing with girls with black sleeveless shirts and glasses. How do you even know that? And if they have an orange-colored memo pad, I really lose my cool. He has to be making that up. He can't really know Adrian, can he? Let's see. Who else should I show him? I don't know if I can show him any of these people. Oh no, Ron's not at the detention hall. Larry would think that the Magatama is really cool. Listen, I'm a security guard. Oh, dang it. I thought he'd be so into the Magatama. When in doubt, show him my attorney's badge. And Larry, how rude. You haven't seen this thing in 2 years. Could show him the exhibit poster. Larry seems like the kind of guy who would go to this kind of stuff. He seems like he would be oddly interested in history. He said he's not into mystic stuff. I guess you're right. But if we showed him what it could do, I feel like he'd think it's pretty cool. You didn't touch anything in the wallet, did you? Hey, man, be serious. You know what I was interested in. If Mask the Mask doesn't look out, he's gonna be the victim of a robbery himself. Huh. Did you show Luke everything? Who's Luke? Luke at me. I was like, Luke seems like such a normal name. Who the heck is Luke? I think I showed him pretty much everything. Maybe I could show him the wallet. No. What else would he be interested in? I think I showed him the key card now. I guess I should show him some profiles. Luke at me. This man surrendered to the police, admitting that he was Mask the Mask. Maybe so, but I'm not convinced that he's really behind the thefts. He is. He sounds pretty sure. Just look at his forehead. It's all in the shape of his mouth and eyes. This is the classic face of a thief. It is unmistakable. Is there anything that isn't unmistakable to you? Alright, well then let's keep going here, detective. Is something wrong? Did the cat get your tongue or something? That photo leaves me with a distinctly indistinct feeling. In this case, I'm afraid my perspicacity has been left wanting. I think he's trying to say he doesn't have any information. Do you know this guy? I don't want... This gives me the creeps, man. Okay, so nothing doing here. What else would have come from Larry being there? I think the only person... I understand that there could be more dialogues than 4. And he sent me in there to get this, and then he's like, actually, I don't really care about it. But what did he want? He told me to do something. So what did you mean by he had a very good reason? Exactly that. Mr. Delight had a very good reason to dress up and commit those crimes. There should be a green envelope somewhere in his room. You'll need to go and investigate. But how would you know about that? Have you forgotten? You're speaking to the finest ace detective. The most brilliant mind since, well, ever. Alright. Well, I got it. You're not interested? Are you sure? I guess he really doesn't care. Blackmail letter. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 a.m. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. Interesting. So this was given to Ron, telling him to come to KB Security. Which almost feels like Ron is Mask Damask, but he's not the Mask Damask that pulled this crime. I know I'm probably stretching there, but that's the vibe that I'm getting right now. A blackmail letter. I don't know anything about Alexis. Is that the truth? I can't believe you do this to me. I thought you were my friend. $50,000. Oh. Understand, this blackmail letter was sent to Ron Delight. Man, you scared me. I almost had a heart attack. I was totally confused because it says KB Security right on the envelope. So what? That's where I work in my part-time job. Can I present this to Larry? So you're sure about this key card? Yep, that's the key card we use at the building I work in. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You need it to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. Okay. Leaves a record. Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when. Larry, I need that data. Whoa, slow down, man. Sorry, but that data is off limits to outsiders. You think you know a guy. If I lost this job, I'd never have a chance with Desi. Bro, you don't have a chance with her anyway. It's times like these when I wish lawyers weren't so powerless. Keycard updated in the court record. Found in Ron's wallet. Opens the KB Security CEO's office and leaves a record when used. Hey, Nick, your phone. Hello? Is this the right residence? Pearls, where are you? I thought I'd go to Lordly Taylor to try to find some more clues, but I'm afraid I've gotten lost. Oh no, Pearl. Hang tight, we're coming, we're coming. What? Give me that phone, Nick. Pearly, where are you right now? I was walking along and I found myself in front of that person's office. That person? Who? That person who doesn't act his age and always says, Zvari, when he's excited. Look at me, ace detective. Hello, Caleb. Welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're having a good week. Okay, stay right there. We're coming to get you. All right. I'm a little scared. Oh, poor Pearl. We're coming. We're coming. Wait a second, Nick. What? That phone call just now. No, Larry. I have to stop you right there, buddy. Say goodbye to Ms. Delight for me, Larry, would you? All right, let's go save poor little Pearls. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-dum-dum. October 12th, Acme Detective Agency. I just finished my final set of testing for this week. Well, congratulations. That's awesome. I hope you did good. I hope you feel like you did good, too. Sometimes, you know, you submit something and then you're like, well, I don't know if I did good. When in the back of your mind, you, like, really know. 11-1, re-shredding them. Oh, heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. And now I can relax. See, when stuff like that happens, like for me at work, when I finish all of like my client meetings for a week and it's not Friday, I feel like I get like a 3-day weekend. And I know it's technically not. Like I know technically I still have stuff to do, but it feels nice to get all the big stuff out of the way. Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya, Pearly. I never thought I'd see the two of you again. Poor Pearls. So is Mr. Ace Detective out of office? Yes, when I arrived here, there wasn't a single soul in sight. Say, Nick, doesn't it look like something's changed since we were here last? Now that you mention it, is it this bag on the table? This bag. I'm sure it wasn't here before. It looks full. I wonder what could be in here. Hey, Nick, come on, open it up. Wait a minute, we can't just open his private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. I mean, I guess that's true. And truth can be told. I have to admit, I am kind of curious. We'll do it quick. Well, what's in there? You know, I will say it's nice having the cases with Maya because it feels like she pushes Phoenix to do things that normally he doesn't do. But Maya loves mischief, man. Hang on a sec. I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kind of hard and smooth. Well, hello there. Ah, look at me. Nothing to see here. What are you doing, Sir Lawyer? I'm shocked to see a servant of the court ignoring the law so flagrantly. I'm really sorry. It was her. Maya made me do it. Nick, I can't believe you. A gentleman never uses a lady as an excuse for his own poor behavior. The real question is, can you afford to waste time lollygagging about here? What do you mean by that? Perhaps I should make myself more clear. Tomorrow's trial. Zvari! Shall we say the figurative Sir William will be dropping his panties before lunchtime? What does that mean? Look at me. You're gonna have to spell it out for me in English, buddy. Wow, Nick. Sounds like it's gonna be really exciting. Is that what you got from that? Maybe. I genuinely couldn't tell. No, he's not gonna be the witness, is he? Oh, he's so gonna be the witness. I can't wait for you to watch the anime bloopers. Oh man. Okay. Just for this case, I'll watch them after I finish the case. I won't wait till I finish the game if it's just this case I need to see the bloopers for. I mean, obviously all of them, but you know. What's gonna happen at the trial tomorrow? That's so dramatic. Do you know what your biggest mistake so far has been, Sir Lawyer? It was becoming a lawyer in the first place. That certainly does sound like a big mistake, Mr. Nick Pearl. No, don't say that. Tomorrow will be a day to remember. I, Luke Atme, will take the stand. Oh, dang, the anime bloopers are for the whole anime? Okay. Then we'll wait till I finish the game. And then Zvari. My testimony will prove to be the undoing of the lot of you. Me? What did I do? Besides look in your bag. Yes, all of you. I will unmask you as the thief's co-conspirators. Conspirators. You're quite on the defensive, I see. However, it is not I that is your greatest enemy. There is a far more dangerous threat that you will face during the trial. What are you talking about? Sir Lawyer, if you truly are who you say, I'm sure you've heard of him. His name is Godot. Godot? Here we go. I won't watch him. You have my word. You have taken a step down from the path of foolishness to try to defend a career criminal who deserves nothing less than the death penalty. The death penalty? Last time I checked, no one knows for sure that Mr. Delight really is Damask. My dear lady, times may change, but people sadly do not. Well, you will understand this when you are more mature. Tell me about him. Tell me about this Godot. Who is this Godot person? It's not surprising that a spirit medium has not heard the name. Godot, the prosecutor whose equal cannot be found in this country, but in heaven. Godot, a legend or myth. Men pin a lifetime of hopes on the chance to simply meet him. Prosecutor Godot? But the best prosecutor in the country isn't Godot, it's Edgeworth. Isn't that right, Nick? It's no surprise that a spirit medium such as yourself would know nothing of this. But Ace Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth is currently traveling abroad. He is? That guy is always on the move nowadays. In fact, it was Mr. Edgeworth who acknowledged Godot as the best in this country. The T is silent. Godot. Okay. Thank you. I was like, Godot doesn't sound right? Godot. And you agree with that? Most certainly. In fact, you could call him the Luke Atney of the prosecutor's office. Well, all that does is knock his prestige down 3 levels, so I will refrain. Well, that's good to hear. The prosecution has a fighting chance tomorrow. Mr. Nick, is this Godot really that strong? I seem to remember hearing about someone like that. Not surprising. Some people spend their entire lives idly waiting for his appearance. Looks like we're done investigating for the day. Sir Lawyer. The stage has been set, and all the pieces are finally in place. All that remains now is for the dance to begin. I feel like Von Karma Sr. did better than Edgeworth. Von Karma Sr. was like the god, right? The god prosecutor. I mean, he did cheat a lot and forge evidence a lot, but he always won. A new prosecutor, an ace detective, and a thief. This will be one tough trial. I can't believe Luke Atney is the first person on the stand. I would really like if he is talking about this Godot guy like he's some kind of god and Godot wants nothing to do with him. That's what I hope. But he never got caught until us, which tells us how good he was. True. And tells us how good we are, don't forget. October 13th, 9:36 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4. Hey, Nick. What is it? Something wrong? Nah, but did you see all the people here? It's crazy. So, check out the Mask to Mask glossy I bought. They're selling these at the courthouse, are they? You bought this where? Okay, maybe not at the courthouse. From the little tents in front of the courthouse. Huh. Great. Well, it seems like we might have the court of public opinion on our side for this one. I guess that's something. They have all sorts of things for sale out there. You know I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Mask to Mask publicity photo stuck into the court record. A shot of Mask to Mask striking a pose. That's so funny. Come on, I'm guilty. Throw the book at me. Who's screaming like that? Pearl, that would probably be our client if I'm guessing. Ah, hello, Mr. Delight. Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it. Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are gonna get any less ugly for you. Because I did it! I'm the criminal! Me! Oh, he's at it again. I sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor. I admit it! But you don't have the sacred urn, right? Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime. Normally, when I say of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but you... Yikes. Do you know if you're having the makeup stream just so I know if I should be there or not? Probably not on Saturday. To be determined on Sunday. I might actually do it on Sunday instead. It'll just be an impromptu one, though. It'll just be an impromptu one, probably Sunday afternoon if I do decide to do one, but it won't be Saturday. I had something come up Saturday. And sorry again that I had to cancel. My head was pounding. Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty. So make sure they give me a guilty verdict, please. Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie. Oh, Desi, honey. Bonjour. Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at a time like this. Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you. Well, you see, actually, the thief is me. Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. So why are you smiling when you say it? Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got some errands I need to take care of. I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck. Well, she doesn't seem very nervous. That's kind of reassuring. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is Damask or not. But there's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. Mr. Delight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I'll have to trust Desiree. She's about to hold Larry for ransom. Oh, poor Larry, man. Here he is. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to... What a stupid question. What did you say? Fine. Let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Are you ready to pass judgment? No, I'm not. We still have a trial to do. I will pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule to live by. Okay, buddy. Who are you? I am Godot, legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case. He's the one that Detective Atme was talking about. Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? Ha! None. Oh, wait, what? Is he a rookie? What did you say? I've never prosecuted a case before. Never? But you said you've never lost before. Exactly. I've never lost. I've never won before either. Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere saplings. Yes, but a mask? In a court of law? Ha! Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks, either on our faces or over our hearts. This guy's the real deal, all right, Nick. Get a load of this guy. Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? So we finally meet. Mr. Phoenix Trite. Huh? Nick, is he a friend of yours? No, I don't know this guy. And I'm not gonna lie, when I saw his character design, this is not how I thought he would act. He's catching me a bit off guard. I don't have any friends that call me Trite. Just who is this masked man? I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. Well then, Prosecutor Gobo. It's not Gobo, it's Godot, Your Honor. In any case, please give your opening statement. Opening statement? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Trite. What is it? Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder how much you can withstand before you and your case break in two. Oh. The jazz is his soul in musical form. It's kind of relaxing, if I'm being honest. I thought it was quite nice. Well then, Let's hear from the first witness. Oh, Gumshoe's the first one on the stand. I'm down for this. My name is... No one has asked for your name, witness. Sorry, Gumshoe. I asked. The important thing is what you know. That's all. Start talking. We're listening. Yes, sir. This guy's got a lot of nerve for being a rookie. I wonder, though, what Edgeworth claimed for him to be the best, so Edgeworth must know something about this guy. All right, witness. First, let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn. Yes, sir. All right, Gumshoe, as always, nothing personal when I pick apart your testimony here, just part of the job. Mask Damask's crimes. Mask Damask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lordly Taylor. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Damask, sir. It fits his MO to a T. Imagine Luke was just making that up. You ask Edgy later, and he's like, Godot? Who the heck is that guy? I've never heard of that guy in my life. Who's saying that they're better than me? I wouldn't be surprised if Atme was just trying to get under my skin. For whatever reason, he seems not to like me very much. Mr. Godot, what are you... Oh, yeah! Coffee time, baby! This is the one thing I saw. This is the one thing I knew about the guy. Is that he likes his coffee. We're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Godot. Blacker than a moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please, proceed. We're both holding our mugs. It's like I'm battling myself on the stand. Because this is how I look in real life. I look like him. Very well. It's only coffee, after all. What? You can't be letting him slide this early in the trial. Godot is cocky and rude. Yeah, but he likes coffee, so he's okay in my book. You wish? I do wish. What's the meme? It's like oh crap, I can't remember what it is. Like, screw your filters or something. This is what peak male performance looks like. Well, Nick, what are you gonna do? As long as they haven't brought up Mr. Delight's identity, all we can do is show that it wasn't Mask Damask who stole the urn. Godot is a little cocky and rude, though. So far, he's been a little mean, but so are all the prosecutors. All of them are so condescending. I haven't met one that was super nice. I mean, Edgeworth, obviously, but that's after. I mean, on the stand. All the defense attorneys seem cool, calm, and collected. Me, Mia. That's really the only ones we've played as so far, I guess. But Maya, you know, Emma, the people who helped me. Lana. No, Lana's a prosecutor. And I feel like she could be a little cold sometimes, so that tracks. Mask Damask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. There wasn't a lot to pick apart in his testimony from what I first saw. Have you been involved in the investigation from the beginning? Yep. Nobody knows more about the thief than me, pal. It's true. I'm a Zvari. Author on thieves. Don't be saying his catchphrase, Gumshoe. An author? He's written books about thieves? I think he probably meant to say authority. The fact that this guy can slip through even my fingers shows how good he is, pal. Emma's on the prosecution side as well? Oh, job-wise. Okay, fair. I was thinking people by my side. Our team defense attorney when I know him. Maya might as well be a defense attorney. She's standing with me all the time. It's easy when those fingers happen to be Butterfingers. So nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh? You got it, pal. Except for maybe the thief's mom, that is. But isn't there someone who knows even more about him than the police? You don't mean Detective Zvari, do you? Who is this person? Zvari. He sounds German. His name's Luke Atme, sir. I guess I shouldn't have made up such a silly name for him. Yeah, because Luke Atme is a much more normal name than Detective Zvari. I guess he's not all that famous after all. Anyway, it's true that he did manage to retrieve the last item the thief stole. I see. It seems you're not the expert you claim to be. It looks like the thief is toying with me even now. Sorry, Gumshoe. Let's get you off of there, man. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. Have you seen all of these so-called calling cards? Of course I have. Except the person in charge of the treasure exhibit never brought their card to the police. So I didn't see this one until after the crime occurred. That's because Detective Atme stopped Ms. Andrews from taking it to the police. Thanks, Atme. Was the calling card that Lordly Taylor received authentic? Well, all the cards have one common identifying feature, but we're not releasing that information to the general public. But you're absolutely certain that this card is real. Gumshoe can't say it out loud, but I bet he's talking about the emblem. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lordly Taylor. His 5th heist, and your 5th... It's nothing personal, Gumshoe, but that would technically make this your 5th screw-up, huh? Objection, pal! Not your job. That ain't fair. Maybe you could say I screwed up 4 times, but this last time wasn't my fault. I didn't even know about the calling card this time. You of all people shouldn't be chuckling about this, Detective Gumshoe. I just want everyone here in the courtroom to know something. If you ever get a calling card from this guy, don't call that stupid private eye. Call your local police right away. Got me? Looks like he's really got it in for Detective Atme. Well, that's one thing that Gumshoe and I can agree on. That guy sucks. Poor Gumshoe. I know. Every time he gets on the stand, I just feel so bad for him. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. Like what, for example? Well, his first target was the famous tear of Emanon. What's that? Some kind of especially salty teardrop? No, sir. A blue diamond. A single rare diamond. Next was the crown of Bangora. You know, the thing you put on your head. After that, the left hand of Hades, and then the portrait of Megina, sir. Detective Atme retrieved the portrait of Megina and returned it to the museum. And the target of his 5th and last robbery was the sacred urn, right? But isn't it difficult for him to dispose of such famous art pieces? Well, we assume he must have some underworld connections. Mr. Delight doesn't look the type. I can't see Ron getting around the underworld very easily. He's a little too sunny to be hanging out in the underworld. A little too much light, if you will. That's why we're sure it was Mask to Mask, sir. Fits his MO to a T. What do you mean when you say it fits his MO to a T? I was thinking of asking the same thing myself. I wish you would listen to it a little more closely, pal. First of all, there's the calling card. We're 100% certain it's authentic. Then there's the fact that he seemed to know all about the security system. And finally, his target was an art piece. These are all part of the thief's modus operandi. And so, since this robbery seems to fit all those conditions, that's right, it means that the mask is behind it. Heck, it definitely looks like the Mask to Mask who stole the urn. But there's no real evidence either way as to whether Ron Delight is Mask to Mask. I love that they keep putting the star in there. But also, the urn hasn't turned up yet, let alone in connection to Mr. Delight himself. So even though we know it was Mask to Mask that did it, maybe for the time being, I should try to show it wasn't Mask to Mask that did it. Mask to Mask is a master thief. He's so confident. That's why we're sure of it. This would probably be where you present the wallet, I would think. I'm going to go do something. Might be back before stream ends. No worries. Have fun with whatever you're doing. Let's see. Okay. Ron's wallet. Well, wait. No, because everyone thinks that Ron is Mask to Mask right now. Because he keeps saying, nope. Objection. Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? I'm not sure I follow you. It clearly contradicts... I thought... I guess not. You don't sound very sure, Mr. Wright. Objection denied. Really? But how can you be so sure that it was him? How can you be so sure that it fits his MO to a T if we found his wallet around the time of the crime? Okay. Let's see what else we got working with. I don't understand what you did either. Wait, really? Okay, so I should have explained it better. He said that they were sure that it was Mask Damask who did it, and I'm trying to prove that it wasn't Mask Damask that did it. Because Ron, who's Mask Damask, right now at least, was at the security building at the time. If his wallet was there near the time of the crime, then it's more likely he was there during the... Oh, okay, I guess that's fair. Oh, I guess that's fair. It's not that he dropped it. Oh, I was under the impression that he dropped it at 1 a.m. Like he was there at 1 a.m. I see now where I've been misled. All right, scratch that. All right, let's see. Then Mask Damask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lordly Taylor. His pattern is to always go after the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Mask Damask. So how can I prove that it wasn't Mask Damask? Sent before the heist, the emblem is top secret. I will be counting to purloin the most priceless work of art on display in your Treasure of Karain exhibit. Take good care of the speckled urn, won't you? Yours truly, Mask Damask. The camera data, none of this would show that it wasn't Mask Damask. Maybe this? The problem is we don't know what the records say. Nick, it definitely looks like it was Mask Damask that took the urn. Also, the urn hasn't turned up yet, let alone in connection to Delight himself, so even though we know it was Mask Damask that did it, maybe for the time being, I should try to show it wasn't him that did it. I should try to show it wasn't Mask Damask that did it. He's so confident that he sent his calling card. 5th heist. His pattern is to always go after the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Mask Damask. This wouldn't show that it's not him. This wouldn't show that it's not him. The warehouse camera went off once at around 1 a.m. on the night of the crime. Damask knocked at me out during the crime with a blow to the head with the Shichishito. The security camera photo shows 12:58, midnight 58, if you will. The statue's already been moved. The blackmail letter. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to the security building at 1 a.m. Now this could mean that it's not Mask Damask, right? If Ron is Damask and someone was blackmailing him, then he would have been here at 1 a.m. and he would not have been able to be here. So I'm thinking this is what I'm going to object with next. I think that's what makes the most sense. Objection! Oh, they hate this. They hate me. I'm a problem. Okay, they do not. Whew, we're off to a bad start this game. Save scum time. Gumshoe's not making it easy, man. What am I missing? This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lordly Taylor. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. All of this is true. Mask Damask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. Supposedly priceless, but has no monetary value. Only 6 months? That's pretty recent. Yeah, the dude's averaging an average of like 1 crime per month almost. One heist a month. So, I guess if he's only going after the most precious art pieces, I don't know if by precious he means monetary value, right? I really feel like I have to object on this. It fits his MO to a T. A bit of a pitiful guy is so funny. If he only targets the most valuable, then why would he take the sword unless he knew to expect at me? Yeah, I think he just took the, sword to hit him, right? I think. I could be wrong. It sounds like a contradiction. You think so? I mean, I think so. I'm just kind of afraid I've already lost twice. I think it sounds like a contradiction. Only the most precious art pieces. But this has no monetary value. I'm going to try it. I think it makes sense. Okay, whew. All right, back on track. Everybody calm down. Why then's the statue moved? I don't know why the statue's moved yet. It's really odd. I'm sure it's going to come into play. I just don't know why. Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing the little in that question's making me nervous. You said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right? That's right, pal. But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art. What do you mean? Sorry, Maya. Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing? Listen, it's not anything personal. I think the urn's cool, but it's objectively not worth a lot. I meant from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Godot, what is the value of that urn? The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense. So, in other words, it was not the kind of item that Mask to Mask would normally go after. Oh, they're already... we got a chatty jury today. They're already yapping to each other. If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of Mask to Mask. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I really did was point out a contradiction. The argument made itself, but we don't have to talk about that right now. Well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this last robbery the work of Mask to Mask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godot? I don't know if you guys could hear that, but they did put in a pretty loud gulp sound from our buddy across the aisle here. You could hear him drink that coffee down. This coffee here, it's my own special blend. I call it Godot 107. I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. Dude, I like this guy. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now. Mr. Trite. What? If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess. Sorry, but I don't really get what you mean. If you're saying it wasn't Mask to Mask that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating Mask to Mask's methods. A fake. Fake to Mask. You thought that was me? No, it was him. I'm being so serious. It was him. Fake to Mask. That sounds so ridiculous, but I do like it. Another one? This guy can't be stopped. Also, who's throwing it to him? Is it the bailiff? Bailiff, a refill, please. Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trite. Proof that the person who appeared at Lordly Taylor that night was actually a fake. Not me. Though I don't approve of Mr. Godot's behavior, his point is valid. I feel like this guy's getting more flack for drinking coffee than Von Karma got for, for whipping everyone in the courtroom. Mr. Wright, we're waiting. looks like I'm going to have to prove it. I need proof that the person at Lordly Taylor that night was in fact fake Damask. Let's see. Proof that the person at Lordly Taylor that night was in fact fake Damask. What would prove that he is a fake? A couple of different things. I think the blackmail would work pretty well because this would prove that Ron had somewhere to be at the time of the crime. Also the wallet. I wish we had the record of when someone used this key card. The question is if it's Japanese or Californian coffee. Ooh, that's a good question. Well, he said it's his own special blend. Maybe he makes it all from scratch. Written with a fountain pen found in Ron's room. This might be a stretch. I need proof that the person that night at Lordly Taylor was in fact fake Damask. Okay. This proves nothing. The treasure exhibit poster. This also proves nothing. This proves nothing. The emblem's top secret, but this is his calling card. The camera data doesn't really prove anything other than that he did set it off. No one look at this photo, please. The Shichi Shito wouldn't prove anything. I think it's got to be the blackmail letter or the wallet, but I think it's the blackmail letter. What beans though? Now that's a good question. Godot beans. His own special beans. His name is French. Ah, I guess that makes sense. It could be. It could be. That would probably be my... If I was a betting man, that would be my bet. Rip it. What is this evidence supposed to prove? Huh. Well, it proves someone here is a fake, all right. It proves that this lawyer is a fake. These prosecutors sure know how to twist the knife. All right. Save's coming, save's coming, save's coming. I thought I had it. I did not have it. When he stole the urn, his photo was taken, right? Who knows? Maybe there's something on there that shows he's a fake. Is she talking about the photo we got from Atme? Is there something on the photo that proves that he's a fake? Ah, he looks like Mask Damask to me. He's got a mask on. But what does he look like here? The exact same. Oh, wait. Okay. What if we did it like his publicity photo? This is like spot the difference, right? Let's see. Aha! He's missing his little tie. In his publicity photo, he's got this little emblem here. It's not really a tie, I guess, but more of a badge. Whereas here, he doesn't have the badge. Objection. Take that, I mean. The proof is right here. This looks like a photo taken by a security camera. Very astute, Your Honor. Very astute. You're on your game today. But if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it. Ha! Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on. Use this pointer here and show us what about this picture is so peculiar. Well, it's the fact that there's no badge here. It's right here, of course. You mean Mask Damask? I have here a piece of reference that I would like the court to take a look at. Isn't that the publicity photo I bought this morning? Shh, 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 shh. Don't tell him that, Maya. Don't tell him that. This is legit evidence, not something we found off the street. The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on Damask's chest. A breach. Here, bailiff, get my steed. We need to retreat at once. Bailiff, you stay right there. A brooch, Your Honor. It's a sort of clasp for holding one's cape on. A clasp, eh? Ah, I see now. But the Damask in the security camera photo... Ah! He has no brooch. That brooch is the same as the emblem on Damask's calling card and serves as his symbol. But the thief that broke into Lordly Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this Mask Damask is a fake. I've been fooled again, don't worry, Gumshoe. Everybody was but me. Order! It's true, undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe. How could you overlook this? I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how I... Cup 3. Hey, now. If you're gonna have a pity party, invite me, too. Mr. Godot, you deserve some blame in this, too, you know. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch? Ha! The brooch you're talking about. Do you mean this? Oh, no. Oh. That's Mask Damask's brooch. Where did you find it? Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I've got it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. Buddha statue? the Ami Faye statue. Why didn't you tell me about that, sir? I always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. Always puts evidence in his pocket in his first case ever. Noted. Cosplayers, when they don't have one part of the outfit 5 minutes before the convention starts, they're a fake! They're a fake! This guy's one cool customer. A 4th cup! Slow down, Godot! It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there, too. Left what? Hickeys? Huh? Oh, figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Ron Delight's fingerprints. I was like, wait a second. What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch? Oh no, Ron. Order in the court. Mr. Godot, let's see that brooch. I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. It appears to have torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back. Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene. There was a little struggle, unfortunately. Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem. The mask's brooch added to the court record, found in the shadow of Ami Faye's statue, looks like it was torn off of some clothing. Ha! You mess with Godot, and you get burned. He's been playing me like a violin. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. Uh-huh? You're done with me? But I really haven't proved anything yet. You've proven your own incompetence. That's good enough. Sorry, Gumshoe. That doesn't sound good at all. Bailiff, bring the next witness into the courtroom. Finally, time for the ace detective himself to make his appearance, huh? Ace attorney versus ace detective in the courtroom, baby. 1 second is one drip of the coffee pot. Let's hurry it up. Shh! Silence! He should say if you mess with Godot, you gotta go home. I thought we were gonna get something with you get the horns. Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What's clear? Zvari! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor. A coffee maniac at that. Well, gee, this guy sure is observant. Am I correct? Well, yes, that's right. How is his brain not fried from the caffeine yet? Maybe there's just little tiny bits in there. maybe every gulp is just one sip and then he has to get a refill. Either that or he's like nearing dangerous levels of caffeine intake. Or he's drinking decaf. Doesn't strike me as a decaf guy, but he could be drinking decaf. Ha! Not bad. Not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. Well, Sir Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Luke Atney, ace detective and rising star illuminating the heavens. These two make a perfect pair. They'd either be best friends or they'd tear each other's heads off. I've heard that on the night of the crime, you were all alone on security detail. You have heard correctly. My specially made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes. If Detective Gumshoe was worth anything, that is. Okay, buddy. You're literally the reason that he got away. You better be the best dang witness, or I got some dirt on you. And I'm not afraid to show it to this court. I have returned. Welcome back. Welcome back. Why was this guy all by himself anyway? There must be some reason. I'm sure of it. I still, like, low-key kind of think he's in on it. I don't know if he's masked to mask himself, but I feel like he's in on it. I don't know. Well then, tell us what this special monocle of yours witnessed. What I witnessed. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous mask-to-mask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. 30 minutes later, huh? I wonder why there was such a time gap. So you didn't get a clear look at the criminal. My specially made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that's only natural. I fail to see why the witness seems so proud of his performance that evening. I have been asking myself the same question for the past 2 streams, Your Honor. Well, Sir Oldtimer, let me explain. We are not speaking of an ordinary thief, but of the king of thieves, the great Mask-to-Mask, my arch enemy. That is why my instincts and my years of experience tell me. Very well. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. I feel like there's a couple things we could pick apart in here. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date had changed. So what would be 1 o'clock on the morning of the 12th, correct? That's an impressive deduction, Sir Lawyer. You were on security duty that night. Where exactly were you at the time? A penetrating question. I was in the basement warehouse, near the computer. Near the computer? Okay. So then you weren't trying to remain hidden, I take it. Up to this point, I have tried to remain concealed while waiting for the thief. Yeah, he said the same thing yesterday, too. Gumshoe already said that they've never spotted the thief at the crime scenes before. Precisely! That is precisely why I chose not to hide that night. I knew that by not concealing myself, I would be putting pressure on the thief. Looks like the thief was the one applying the pressure on your pigeony head, that is. In any case, that's when my nemesis, the infamous Mask-to-Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Dancingly descended? From where, exactly? Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else? So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. He just walked through the door. So how is it that you didn't notice the thief? My eyes were looking for the thief's shadow, while my ears listened for his footfalls. But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up on me. It can only be due to his subtly camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes. I hereby dub you Ace Dunce. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened, did you? Well, that's the difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask. That's all I can tell. That's not very solid as far as testimony goes. However, fortunately, I had my third monocle, the security camera, at the ready. It captured his image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe. Well, as long as this photo is authentic, I don't see a problem here. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have a problem with the photo? The gulp is so loud. Good. Then let's continue with the testimony. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. Attacked and knocked you unconscious, and you weren't able to do a thing. That's certainly some very impressive detective work. Well, sir lawyer, have you ever been suddenly struck on the head? Surprisingly, yes. Huh? Well, actually, yeah. By a fire extinguisher. And what happened? I was knocked out. And I lost my memory. You see, you have no right to look down on me then, do you? The only reason I didn't lose my memory was because I have more brains to begin with. He may have brains, but the wiring to the self-reflection part seems to be severed. In any case, that was how I was knocked senseless. And then, 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. About this 30 minutes, I'm glad we're getting into this because why wait so long? My silver cord was loosened and my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium. As usual, absolutely no idea what this guy's saying. I think he's saying that he was out cold. So what happened during these 30 minutes? No one can say, Your Honor. That span of time is truly vanished into the ether. Just what is he going on about? There's something suspicious about Detective Atme. I'm glad you think so too, Maya. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back, but that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Does it? Damask knocked Atme out during the crime with a blow to the back of the head. Wasn't he in the corner, though? Am I remembering that right? I thought he was in the corner. Maybe I'm misremembering. Excuse me. Huh? Which piece? The real question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? Okay, I think I kind of get where we're coming from here. How did he know if it was 30 minutes until he woke up? Also a good question. Also a very good question. This guy's really suspicious. Again, I don't think he's masked Damask, but I do think there's something going on here. Maybe he's in on it? I don't know. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. Wait a second. That's when my nemesis descended upon me. Approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the day had changed. Wouldn't he have seen... Because this was moved, right? And that's because it was here. And then it was moved. And clearly it was moved before he's doing something here. I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to present at this moment, but that seems a little off. That's when my nemesis, Mask the Mask, descended upon me. As I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. Blow to the back of the head. Fierce blow upon my noble head. Just as I began to turn. Hang on. I need to listen to this part again. That's an impressive deduction. You were on security duty. Where exactly were you at the time? I was in the basement warehouse near the computer. Oh, so he would have been looking at the computer. Okay, that checks out. Near the computer, huh? Okay, so that checks out. That's not as suspicious as I thought. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Mask the Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. Damask knocked at me out during the crime with a blow to the back of the head. A statue of the founder of the Korean channeling technique moved the night of the crime. I feel like... 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notice. So he's out cold for 30 minutes? Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Hang on. You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened. And you saw his mask, of course. However, fortunately I had my third monocle, the security camera at the ready. And it captured his image perfectly. Interesting. Good, then let's continue with the testimony. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. Is there anything that... no. Is there anything here? No. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. There's something suspicious about him. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Because he had the security camera footage, right? He says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back, but that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Which piece? The real question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? Which piece of his testimony does the evidence not vibe with here? Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. Whoa, I did not mean to ask you to hold it again. Let's see. I'm gonna go hang out with friends. No worries. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good rest of your night. You have no right to look down on me then, do you? The only reason I didn't lose my memory was because I have more brains to begin with. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. Okay, just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head, dancingly descended upon me. It doesn't make any sense at me. But I'm afraid to present anything because I had a rough start to this trial. Okay. I think to me, there's two places we could go. We could go with just as I began to turn, the coward struck me up for a fierce blow, and darkness swallowed me whole before I could land a single strike. How did he not? I feel like it's this. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a blow. Damask knocked at me out during the crime with a blow to the back of the head. Just as I began to turn, it wouldn't have hit. So if he's starting to turn, right? He's turning, I'm turning. He's gonna hit like the side. It's not gonna be the back. It would be like the back side. That might be a stretch, but at this point, I'll try it. And it's not correct, though. He hated that one. Not a fan of that one. Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. The coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. I can't remember what Atme said to me in his house. But wasn't there like a struggle? I thought he said there was a struggle. Let's see. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. It his testimony directly contradicts the evidence. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Profile? Sends a calling card before a heist. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. Photo of the storeroom entrance. Wait a second. Did you press the statement? Yeah, I pressed everything. Just as I began... Hang on. That's when my nemesis, the infamous mask... I think I got it. Just when my nemesis, the infamous Mask Damask, dancingly descended upon me and caught him off guard even though he was at the computer, which I don't think is hooked up to the security camera, but the computer is like right next to it. There's no way he wouldn't have seen him. And there's no way it would have made contact with the back of his head, right? Objection! They hated this one. They're not a fan of that one. What the? Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. I don't want to I don't want a tunnel vision. Maybe I'm missing something. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, Mask Damask, danced upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me whole. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. Is there any record of this? Camera data. The warehouse camera went off once at around 1 a.m. on the night of the crime. Photo of the storeroom entrance taken by the camera, taken at 12:58. Blackmail letter. Interesting. Found in the shadow of Ami Faye's statue. Looks like it was tore off of some clothing. So there had to have been a tussle. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike, but then how was this torn off? You were the only guy there. There we go. Oh my goodness, I never thought I'd get there. Mr. Atme, could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours? Give it to him straight, Phoenix. That's what I'm talking about. Aha! This belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch nemesis, Mask Damask. It is, in point of fact, Mask Damask's brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Huh. Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough. No, there's clothes on it. Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off. Aha! We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. And there's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person that was on security duty that night. You, Detective Atme. Oh, we got him. Detective Atme, you must have fought with the thief that night. So why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime. Don't worry, witness. You're never punished for it. No, wait just a moment, sir, old timer. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home. I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. The true measure of a man is in the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. Nick, you can only handle one case at a time. Isn't that right? Okay, Maya, but I feel like it's a little different. You talk too much. That's crazy. I feel like me and Atme's jobs are very different, Maya. Witness, so are you now saying that you and the thief fought? Hold on. That's quite enough, Your Honor. Excuse me? Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules. Indeed, I understand. I, Luke Atme, agree completely. How old is this coffee guy? Do we know? How old is this man? We do not know. A prosecutor who is shrouded in mystery. He seems to know me somehow. I like to think I'm making a name for myself. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, Luke at me cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. From the side, you say? A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true. Bam! And that's all she wrote. The side, you say? So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of mask to mask. Correct. It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak. Well, that's certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which case. That's probably not good, Your Honor. Fight with the thief. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. Luke at me cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. This is the first thing that stands out to me. What do you mean by weapon from the side? Naturally, that thief had no idea that I, Luke at me, was hiding in the area. He grabbed the sword from the statue that was standing by the door to the warehouse. Sword? You mean the sword that was all twisted like a tree branch? Correct. Fortunately for me, the blade wasn't sharp. Okay, so he is talking about the Shijishito. So the thief armed himself with a sword, and what about yourself, witness? A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. So why did you look away from the door anyway? In addition to the camera, I had prepared a variety of other sensors as well. The alarm on one of those had gone off, so I had gone to check the data. That's why I went to the computer. Elegantly, of course. Please, don't be mistaken. So you were momentarily vulnerable when you were working on the computer? What should I do? Yes, ask for more. Oh, wow. Ask about the sensor or ask about the computer? We'll do the sensor first. What kind of sensors are you talking about? There are other places in the basement that exist. Wait, there are other places in the basement that someone could enter and exit from. There are air conditioner ducts, sewer pipes, and a cat door as well. I hooked up heat detecting, infrared, and ultraviolet sensors to each of them. That's a lot of hardware. Was it all yours? Lordly Taylor Department Store was kind enough to provide the monitoring hardware. Naturally, the security camera that took the photo belongs to them as well. In other words, he couldn't have rigged the equipment, huh? Ha ha ha. Has that cleared up any doubts you had about me, Sir Lawyer? Not quite, Luke at me. Not quite. What does that mean, discombobulated? Young people these days, they really irritate me. They allow perfectly good old words to die until everyone forgets what they mean. Sorry, but what exactly does it mean? Now I've forgotten. Oh, what was I saying? Jeez, it's better than old people who forget what they were saying 5 seconds ago. Well, it looks like we've cleared that up. You can go on with your testimony. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side. A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. You had that much faith in your own fighting abilities. But of course, in college, I was the second in charge of the boxing club. I would never have guessed it looking at you now. I'm sorry if I failed to find that appropriately impressive. However, my opponent in the ring this time was my arch nemesis. This guy's a real piece of work. His first blow struck true, bam, and that's all she wrote. Can you tell us a little more about what happened? Maybe be a little more descriptive than bam? My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was powericious. Okay, I wouldn't say that, but if you want to say that works. I assumed the at-me fighting stance, but a sudden flash of light blinded me. That, of course, was checkmate. My opponent had bested me. A blinding light? You were blinded? So what was this flash of light that blinded you? I was bathed in a golden light that seemed to come from the statue of the woman. The statue of Ami Faye, I'm guessing. Well, that wasn't very much help at all. What do you think, Nick? There's one thing that I'm absolutely sure of now. Yeah? What is it? This Luke at me guy is definitely hiding something. I think I'm starting to figure out what really happened that night, and about the true nature of this detective. Couple different things I still need to press on. So why did you look away from the door? We already asked him about the computer. Or about the sensor, I'm sorry, but let's ask him about the computer. So did that computer belong to Lordly Taylor as well? Correct. Well, except for the program that manages the data. That was specifically designed by me, Luke at me. In that case, he could have easily manipulated the data. What's wrong, Sir Lawyer? Let's see. He could have manipulated the data. Can you tell us a little more about what happened? It was Power Rishes, of course. At me fighting style. For the heck of it, what is this at me fighting style? I'm sorry, but that's a trade secret. I really can't say anymore. But I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. Haha. You should have kept your mouth shut. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way no one can get behind you. That's it? That's the at me fighting style. Well, Mr. Wright, about that testimony, oh, Your Honor, that was very important. Of course it's important. We've learned a detective's secret technique, after all. Indeed, I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone late at night. Why the heck is he eyeballing me like that? It's creeping me out. Now then, witness, we'll go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony. Yes, we will. I put my back to the wall to fight, but the thief's blow landed upon my third eye. And that's not true. It landed on the back of your head, buddy. And for proof, I guess it only happened a little while ago. We could probably just feel the back of your head. I bet the bruise is still there. Detective at me. Your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards. What fun this is, Sir Lawyer. It is truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet. I believe this is what you said yesterday. The coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Then my arch-nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here. From behind, huh? But just now, you testified that he struck you on the forehead. I hardly think you could forget where you were hit on the head. It seems I've just made another mistake. Nuh-uh. Detective at me. That's not the only strange part of your testimony. What do you mean by that? For example, the very fact that you hid the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with security. Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad. That's wrong. Whoa! That's the first time we heard him speak. Objection! That's a very proper one. Objection! To err is human, to forgive divine. Humans aren't machines. They have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate, and yes, they even make mistakes. Objection! Hold on. It's not as pretty as that. Whoa! Really? What is it like then? Always chase a riddle down to the end. That's one of my rules. Sorry, they scared me when he slammed his coffee down. Not a drop spilled, by the way, though. This is it. This might just be my chance to turn things around. Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you're asserting? Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that Mr. Abbey is no ace detective. Well, I think we've discovered that much. This Mr. Atme is a fake. Or Mr. Atme is Mask Damask. Okay. That's really interesting. Okay, Mr. Atme's no ace detective. We know that for sure. This Mr. Atme is a fake, which would be crazy. But we don't have any evidence to back that up, or have any idea who Mr. Atme would be if not this guy. Mr. Atme is Mask Damask. I've been saying that that's a possibility, so I feel like I'm obligated to go that route because it's now looking me dead in the eyes. The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Luke Atme's true identity is actually Mask Damask. Duh! And so it comes to light. Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? There are too many unnatural parts to Mr. Atme's story. He says he was hiding at the crime scenes, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then, in his last case, he manages to outperform Detective Gumshoe and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure. That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant deduction. I picked up clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at... No. Oh my, Phoenix is kind of coming after him. Oh, please. The explanation's far simpler than that, Detective Atme. The truth is that you are, in fact, Mask Damask. But, Mr. Wright, this photo, it clearly shows Mask Damask. This security camera belongs to Lordly Taylor department store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it. He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. Then he simply dressed up as the thief and stole the urn. Another ranked win. Citrus is on a roll. Oh, heck yeah. So the ace detective is actually an ace thief. You know, I'm just going to say, if this is true, this mask does wonders to smush his nose in. I mean, I guess in this, it probably comes out a little bit, but it doesn't look like it comes out that much. There's some magic going behind this mask if this is actually what's happening. Whole lot of aces, apparently. Whole lot of something. Is this true, witness? Yeah. Oh, whoa. Damask's MO is pure genius, and so am I, Luke Atme, ace detective. Unless the nose is fake. Gasp! I wouldn't put it past him at this point. This guy is shady. You're very clever to have come to such a conclusion. I am impressed, Sir Lawyer. What? Witness! You're admitting it? Nick, now's your chance. Yes, time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin. Detective Atme. Whoa. Oh! Godot Blend 102. My personal favorite. Excuse you? Mr. Godot! The ace detective is actually an ace thief. I smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem. It simply isn't true. But, Mr. Godot, Mr. Wright has made some very strong points, and I will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of whole cloth. But it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork quilt. Mr. Trite, if this detective really is the thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But it had better be as hot and as perfect as the coffee dripping down your face. Can I get a towel? Please? Someone's got to help me here, right? Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. My bad. This court would like to see this decisive proof you have. Quickly. Huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. What's the big rush? And a first aid kit. Yeah, I hope his mug isn't glass. It's starting to seem like it's not. He slammed it pretty hard. And it didn't break on my face. So good thing it's not glass. At least what we can tell. Are you alright, Nick? Hadney looks pretty rattled right now. I'd like to finish this right now if I can. But can I really do it? The decisive evidence that proves Mr. Luke Atme is in fact masked a mask. Okay. Do we have any evidence that actually goes out and proves it? Ami Faye's golden statue would obviously do nothing. I mean, I don't know if we have like concrete evidence. No, I don't think so. If I can even find something to suggest, I will suggest it, but it's just really suspicious, and that's all. There's no hard proof. It's just really suspicious. The whip, I'm sure, hurts, but this coffee gotta be hella burns. That's a good point. Although he hasn't gotten a fresh cup in a while, so maybe it's room temperature by now. Mine is. Did I make a double? Sorry, I couldn't remember if I made a single or a double. I hope it was a single. I'd like to sleep tonight. One of the treasures of Corainville. Okay, no. I don't think I have anything. Proof? Of course I've got nothing. Ha! Just what I thought. Oh, he got a new cup. That's only like cup 6. A man is to hold his head up high no matter how bad things get, after all. Ugh. I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion. This is no good. I've got to stay on the attack. I'll never get another chance to prove that this guy's the thief. Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again. It's no good. I'm just not ready yet. But are you gonna just give up and let us lose this? So, you've come to your senses, have you, Sir Lawyer? I can't think of a counterattack. It seems the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness has lifted. Mr. Godot, if you have anything... Who? Oh-ho! Who are you? That doesn't really matter right now, does it? Ms. Delight, what are you doing here? Nicky boy, the thing you've been looking for. I think I found it. When we were digging in his bag! You mean that bag? No, not the bag. What's in the bag? The urn! Get out. That's the sacred urn. We were that close to it when he came back. Oh, that stinks. Nick, it's the urn. Order! Order! You, madam. That urn. Where did you find it? You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants Ace Detective. Luke at me over there. Luke at him, huh? Oh, Desi. He's probably across the courtroom. Oh, Desi, you're the best. Sacred urn updated in the court record. Found in the office of Luke Atme. Has pink splotches all over it. Oh, from the paint, right? Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. Atme? Even you are going to have a hard time weaseling out of this one. Objection! Objection! Ha! Pathetic. Mr. Godot, do you have something you wish to say? Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad. You're still denying that Mr. Atme was involved? Before casting aspersions at Detective Atme, consider the young lady here. Your name is Desiree. Desiree Delight. Is that correct? Yes. What about it? Ha! How charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring. What are you insinuating? As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere. Whoa! Including the office of the good detective here. So, you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it. What? I just brought it here from the detective's office. Please, madam. This town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more could only compound the tragedy we've been witness to. You're wrong. I would never do such a thing. Ms. Delight, please, Nicky boy, you've got to help me talk some sense into these people. There must be some way. I've got to prove that urn was actually in the Atme Detective Agency. Testify about what I saw. Show fingerprints on the urn. I can't prove anything yet. Does the urn have fingerprints? Found in the office of Luke Atme. Has pink splotches all over it. I'm too afraid to show any fingerprints because what if it's not his? I believe it is. But just to be safe, can I take the stand? Can I interrogate myself? What's wrong? Isn't your job to come up with something to say? Nick, come on. It should be easy to prove. After all, we checked out that bag, didn't we? You're right. I remember doing that. Whatever was in there, it was hard and round and smooth too. So we did feel the urn. It must have been the urn. It must have. But I never actually saw it with my own eyes. Well, Phoenix, everyone else be lying up there. So why not, man? Atme walked in just when I was about to have a look at it. So even if it was the urn in there, I can't testify that it was. You're right. Ha! It looks like I was wrong about you, Mr. Trite. In this town overflowing with lies, there's still a single flickering candle of truth. Nicky boy. Well, it's true that I never actually saw the urn, but maybe I can still testify about it from another angle. What about it, Mr. Wright? Have you given up yet? There must be some way. I've got to prove that urn was actually in the Atme Detective Agency. I guess I can't testify about it. So I guess we have no choice but to take the gamble. Does it have any fingerprints? I would assume Mask to Mask is wearing gloves though, right? No, he's not. At least it doesn't look like it. Does he wear gloves in his costume? He does. That's tough. It might not return anything. I can prove where the urn was by the fingerprints on it. Fingerprints, eh? Oh, come on now. Now you're really making me laugh, Sir Lawyer. Fingerprints indeed. May I go on? Good. Now, it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place. I don't think that means you should touch it. In any case, I am always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything. What about it, Mr. Wright? This witness's fingerprints would mean nothing anyway. What are you gonna do now? I've come too far to turn back. Atme must have brought the urn back to his office yesterday. And there, I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints on it. The defense proposes that the fingerprints of this person should be on the urn. Mask to mask! The fingerprints of this person should be on the urn. Obviously, it's not. Wait a second. Wait a second. It would be my fingerprints. It would be my fingerprints on the urn because I reached in the bag and was feeling it. Yeah. Right? It would be mine. It would be my fingerprints. So what is all this fuss about fingerprints anyway? That's pretty impressive, huh? I don't know. That one was pretty good. I clocked that one real quick. Mr. Atney, do you recall the events of yesterday? Nick, come on. Open it up. Maya's mischief coming in handy again. How about it? Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. It's an important investigation. How right you were, Maya. How right you were. I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels hard and smooth. And then we were interrupted. You're doing great tonight. Outside of the first one was kind of a hiccup, but since then, I think I'm doing pretty okay. It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at the time, but I did touch what was inside. What? You touched it? And I remember it very well. It was smooth and hard. Well, that was just... Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that the urn was in Detective Atmey's office. Objection! Whoa! Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it? Of course it does. What did you say? It's not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibition, said. I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. Adrian Andrews, you've done it again! If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was yesterday at the Atmey Detective Agency. Ha! This blend, Godot Blend 107, I've decided it's a little too bitter after all. I like this guy. Order! I accept the defense's request. Bailiff, take this urn and... Wait! Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that. No need, you say? Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn. What are you saying? Yes, I've finally broken him down. Ha 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 ha! Ha ha! Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. This guy's nuttier than a fruitcake. You see, it was me all along. I'm the one and only Mask to Mask. Haha, I hope you all enjoyed my little performance. Ha Huh. I didn't think we were going to get to the bottom of his identity so soon. Well, now we have two people claiming to be Mask to Mask, but one seems infinitely more guilty than the other. Well, Mr. Godot, what's Mr. Atmey's condition? He's still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. I wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be. Well, it looks like the matter has been settled. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief. Nick, you were right after all. I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief, but he sure looks dang sad about it. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. Hold it. Is this Ron? Ron! You're wrong! Wrong, I tell you! I mean, not exactly wrong so much, but actually not right is what I was really trying to say. Oh no, he's not. This can't be happening. The thief, the sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures. It's me! I'm him. I'm the one you want. I'm the thief, I tell you. So do it. Pronounce me guilty, please. Don't listen to him, please. I don't know what kind of a kangaroo court you all think this is, but the true identity of the thief has already been proven. Please, hurry up and pass What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm the thief, I tell you. Someone's got blackmail on him and they're making him go through with this. That's the only explanation, right? A second blackmail case? Mr. Godot, don't just stand there drinking coffee. Ha. Hey there, Mr. Thief. Hey there, Mr. Thief. Come here often? Yes, sir. If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean. If you are mask to mask, then prove it. That's what it means. Yes, sir. I'll be happy to. You're gonna be happy to. You're gonna be happy to make my job even more difficult. It's kind of cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy. Good boy. Just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man. I know that. I won't fail, I swear. Okay then. Talk. We're all listening. Oh well. Let's all have a listen. Witness testimony. Mask to mask's identity. The truth is, I've been mask to mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually him, can you? I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen, after all. I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime. Look, you can see right there in the photo. That's me. As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and got it torn off. That's all. I don't like the direction this trial is taken. That makes two of us. This looks bad. But this is how every trial goes, at least with me, anyway. Ha! You're doing great. Stop! Stop it, Mr. Godot. You're embarrassing me. These two kind of got something going on. Like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify, all right? But if you make it through this with flying colors, I'll keep my promise, too. I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true mask to mask. Thanks so much! Bro, what is going on? There has to be something going on with, like, Desiree or something, and that's why he's doing it. There has to be. All right, Mr. Wright. I'm afraid it's time for the cross-examination. Well, I already know exactly where I'm going with this. Because I found a pretty little lie pretty quick here. I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen. I've been a judge for a long time, and this is the first time I've ever heard a defendant brag about having no alibi. But I tell you, I was in Lordly Taylor that night. No, that's too vague, even for me. To be more precise, I was down in the basement. Hold on. What is it, Nick? Where was Ron Delight when the crime happened anyway? If we can prove he had an alibi after all, this case will be a piece of... We are fighting the prosecution, the court of public opinion. We are fighting our own client himself. A guy who's on his 8th cup of coffee. His brain's reeling. Huh. You think you can prove that? Wake up and smell the coffee. Well, I mean, I think maybe I can. Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence that shows the defendant has an alibi? Oh boy, do I. I have the evidence. Or do you think I'm still some sort of third-rate rookie? Phoenix is getting a little confident in his 3rd year. I've never seen you this angry before. I'm not surprised. Anger is the last refuge of the pathetic. I thought I was more confident than angry, but okay. Well then, let's see this evidence already. Show to this court evidence that proves where your client was on the night of the crime. Well, there's 2 pieces of evidence, really. There is the wallet and the blackmail letter. However, I would like to go with the wallet. Mr. Delight, this wallet belongs to you. Mr. Delight, I found this wallet at KB Security. This is your wallet. Right. And this wallet has your ID in it. Right. Well, if that's true, then certainly that means that this is your wallet. Makes sense to me. Then take it. It's not my wallet. Ah, yes, it does. I lost it somewhere. Mr. Wright, when you find a wallet, you should report it to the police right away. No, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence. Evidence. Mr. Delight, when did you first notice you'd lost your wallet? Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime. But I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner. This wallet was found at approximately 1 a.m. at KB Security Headquarters. What? Surely you're not serious. Yes, I am serious. This proves that Mr. Delight was, in fact, at KB Security that night. No! So, if the defendant was at KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning, then that proves that he has a watertight alibi. No. Furthermore, considering the distance between Lordly Taylor and KB Security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by car. According to Larry. Anyway, anyone remember Larry? Anyone here remember Larry? Well, Mr. Godot, do you have anything to say? And stop drinking that coffee. Come on, Mr. Thief. Don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong. You're the only one who can call me, or you're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Godot. All right, I'll try. I'll do it. I will. Ron, you don't have to do this, man. He's really got Mr. Delight all worked up. Yeah, he's like a kid at his first day of school. Look, it's just ridiculous. Why would I have dropped my wallet at KB Security? Someone must have planted it there to make it look like I was there and not at the heist. Planted it there. He's really reaching now. Mr. Delight, you probably dropped your wallet when you took it out to use this, didn't you? The key card to KB Security's CEO's office. No. Huh. That was a pretty good try, Mr. Trite. Unfortunately, you've overlooked one small thing. What? Motive, of course. Why would this thief go to KB Security in the middle of the night anyway? Well, Mr. Wright. Okay. I don't have an answer to this yet. But what if he wants to be proven guilty so that he goes to jail for theft, but he walked in on like the CEO's murder or anything? That's a reach. I know that that's not actually it, but I'm just throwing stuff at the wall. This stupid kid. Phoenix, he's like 3 years younger than you. I wouldn't call him a kid. Now then, let's see your evidence. The evidence that shows why Mr. Delight went to KB Security. Well, someone had sent him a blackmail letter. Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct? What is it? A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents anyway. Blackmail. Yes, basically it says bring $50,000. That certainly sounds like blackmail, all right. At the time of the theft, Mr. Delight was dealing with the blackmailer himself. In KB Security's CEO office, a full half an hour away from the scene of the crime. No! He's chugging that. I hope it wasn't hot. He just burned his throat. Order! So when the theft of the urn occurred, the defendant was at KB Security. It looks like a perfect case for the defense. That's what I've been saying! I don't know why my client is trying to say otherwise. You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... Well, let's just say that my Godot Blend 107 impresses me a lot more. What are you trying to say? You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company. But did you actually investigate this CEO at all? Uh-huh. Well, no, I guess not. Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof. I'm not sure what I think of that. Not sure what I think of that. At least I know what I think of you. Yeah, I think you're a pretty cool guy. Good point. I'm not sure what I think of it myself. You claim that the defendant entered the CEO's office, but you will need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright. Nick, I think we're gonna have to track down the CEO guy. No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all. We've got the next best thing, baby. What do you mean by that, Mr. Trey? There's someone else who can testify. Someone we haven't heard from in a very long time. This is the person who can testify that the key card was used at 1 a.m. that night. Our old friend, Larry Butts. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Who is the... Holy shit, Your Honor. Who is this useless-looking young man? You don't remember him, Your Honor? Not exactly. But just looking at his picture makes the bile rise to start to rise in my throat. Looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. He probably blocked it out of his memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at KB Security that night. Oh. The question at hand is this key card. Yup, that's the key card they used in the building I work. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You need it to get into the room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. It tells you exactly who entered the room and when. As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing this key card's data. Another, please. Well, Mr. Godot, the name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Bullard. I was unable to contact him directly, but I got the keycard data. Here. So what does it show? Each keycard has its own serial number, and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, this card was used at 1 a.m. on the morning of the crime. Keycard updated. Oh, excuse me. Found in Ron's wallet, used on October 12th, the night of the crime, 1 a.m. But that means it can't be Mr. Delight dressed as Mask to Mask in this photo. Ha! It looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good cup of joe. So then... Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security's CEO at the time of the crime. This guy's oddly easy to work with. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be masked to Dude, I want to go out for drinks with this guy. I know he threw his coffee at me earlier, but he is hands down the easiest one to work with. You did it, Nick. I guess I did. That's enough. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief. I feel like I'm getting deja vu here. What's wrong, Your Honor? I'm ready to pass judgment, but before I do that, do you have any further objections? No, nobody has any further objections. Very well. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, not guilty. Okay. I can't help but think this isn't the end of it. But hey, court is now adjourned. I can't help but think that's... Let's see where this goes. October 13th, 2:24 p.m. Defendant lobby number 4. Nick, you did it. You were right after all. Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. Nicky boy? Oh, Miss Delight. I knew you could do it. I believed in you all along, Nicky boy. I don't know how I can even ever repay you. Ah, shucks. Thanks, Miss Delight. I just know I'm blushing. Congratulations, Mr. Nick. Oh, Pearls. I've got a bad feeling about this. Who is this woman? Oh no. Pearls, it's not what it looks like. I mean, it's not what it's looked like with Maya either, but none of this is what it looks like. She's nobody. She's just, you're blushing. How dare you do this in front of Mystic Maya? You should be ashamed of yourself. Did she just hit me? She slapped me. She slapped me. Just some money will do, please. We're broke. I know they've got the cash. They had some nice looking memorabilia in their hideout. Pearly. This woman is Ms. Desiree Delight. She's our client's wife. Oh, Mr. Nick. Yes? You're even worse than I thought. Going behind the back of your own client. Pearl, it's not what it looks like, I swear. No, you've got it all wrong. Ow. I'll never forgive you. A double slap. Well, anyway, all's well that ends well, right? We got the sacred urn back and the thief has been caught. You're so right. And it's all thanks to Nicky boy here. But actually, it was you, Miss Delight, that brought us our urn. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh, please. You're embarrassing me. If we won the case, then why does this guy still look so glum? If you got enough money to cosplay a serial thief, you gotta be loaded. You can at least have enough stuff that you can sell to pay your bills, I assume, right? Right? But I am the thief. Actually, what's the point now? What is it, honey? I did my best for you, Ronnie. I know that, and I appreciate it, Desi. But the thing is... Come on, give the kid some time. He's just got a little touch of the blues. You know about feeling blue, right, amigo? Mr. Godot, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. I just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Trite. Maybe you should learn my name before you call me your buddy. Well, playtime is over. Huh? Early this morning, the body of Kane Bullard was discovered. I called it. I called it. And this now incriminates Ron a little bit more, right? Oh, I called it. Was I right? All right, wait, hang on. Withhold judgment. We gotta see the rest of it. Now there's the murder. I knew there was gonna be a murder. Wait. This is cool. Early this morning, the body of Kane Bullard was discovered. Kane Bullard? Where have I heard that name before? Isn't that the name of the CEO of KB Security? Wait, body? The estimated time of death was 1 a.m. on October 12th. Oh no. What do I hear? I thought I heard something outside. Sorry. 1 a.m. on October 12th? You don't mean... That's right, amigo. At the same time that a cheap little urn was being stolen, the CEO of KB Security was being murdered. So then, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. You figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about that piece of info I helped you out with today? This little? Helped me out? What? On October 12th, 1 o'clock in the morning, Ron Delight was in the CEO's office, the scene of the murder. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbrued with utter rage. What are you saying? Imbrued with rage? Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron Delight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. Ron? An employee of KB. It looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief is going to be the noose that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi. No way. He can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred. No, that's a lie. It can't be true. Oh, but I am a thief, I tell you. Ron DeLay, you're going back to prison again. This time, the charge is much more serious. This time, you'll be tried for murder. What? This is impossible. I'm looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Trey. You and I aren't through with each other yet. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward. Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you two? I don't know. He doesn't even seem to know my name. I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. At least let me have some fun while I'm here. This guy, who the heck is he? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've ever faced. Well then, time to say goodbye to Mr. Delight here. Nick, how could this be happening? Right in front of our very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. And the one who established his presence at the scene was me. Ronnie! Ah! Okay, I take it back. Maybe this guy isn't the easiest to work with, and maybe he had me dancing in the palm of his hands a little bit. I'll admit he won this round. Arrested for murder on the very same day he's declared innocent of larceny. What the heck's gonna happen next? Wow. How about it? That's pretty good, man. Sheesh. Get out. That's pretty good. Wow. That's sweet. That's sweet. That's sweet. All right. Well, we'll pick it up tomorrow. We'll run it back to back and we'll start investigating this thing. I did not see that coming. Although, pretty good call from you, boy. Pretty good call from me. Pretty good. No, this was a good stream. This was fun. Good length. My throat's not too tired. This was good. Alrighty, y'all. I will see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy your Friday. If I don't see you, have a great weekend. Whether you're just waking up in the morning, stopping by on your lunch break, or hanging out after dinner, thanks for swinging by, having a cup of coffee with me and our friend Godot here. And I will see you in the next stream. See ya!